Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight to the barrier, and coming with the heat to the damn street. This is PBNN, Point Black National News, so I hope everybody's online tonight on the digital display. You know what I'm saying? Coming with the facts and crack backs, the heat to the street, the heat from the street into the street. You know what I'm saying? Coming with the flow to the barrier and from the barrier. We must understand now that we must come with the facts, crack backs, and live to their lying ass lips. This is PBNN Point Blank, National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well, because this is how we do. Now, we have a lot of things coming up on the table here, and we see where Mayor Eric Adams, Q Ball Adams, you know what I'm saying, coming in from Kyle, like Snizer, whatever, David and Mayer, whatever, Meyer, 3 hours ago, New York Post, coming in hard and off the card. You know what I'm saying? But this has to do with hundreds of migrants who line up at the New York hospital for health care and food and free phones. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of migrants, at least some bust to the Big Apple, you know what I'm saying, by Texas Governor Abbott, lined up outside Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx on Sunday to get health care coverage, food, and other items, including school supplies and free phones. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you bust them to New York and you bring them here, you can't just leave them in the street, as we see. But don't forget the homeless who's always been in the street. The event, organized by city hospitals, was billed as a resource and family fun day for the migrants and their children, many of whom have come to New York City in droves in recent weeks. I still say the same thing that I said before. They're trying to create a broader population that has a democratic mind frame because most of the governors and presidents in South America are Democrats, demon Democrats. So this is no more than a scheme that I see that the Democrats are trying to pull off in order to keep the votes and them in power so they can continue to do the garbage that they do. Meanwhile, we see the mouse on top of Trump's head. But, like I said, you bust them in, then take care of them. But another subject that we have to look at as important is life hacks coming from the BuzzFeed, you know what I'm saying, from Jen Adams, 12 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time. It says 12 school workers told us why they left their jobs. And honestly, no wonder there's a national school shortage. There's a national teacher shortage since March 2020. Over 3,000 2020. Notice the number. Over 3,000 public school teachers have left their jobs, according to the Bureau of Labor and Stats, which is very amazing to me because teachers should be the number one thing that America truly cares about when it comes to the children of the United States. But obviously, we have so much infiltration by outsiders and all type of schemes going on politically in order to keep the narrative in their direction and their direction only, that they choose to destroy anyone else in their path, including the schools and corruptions that we see the game that they play. But early this week, I interviewed New York City School educators about public school educators about her thoughts on the shortage, and she shared that some of the top reasons teachers were leaving the field were due to low salary, health concerns, poor treatment from parents, and bans on teaching controversial subjects. Now, one of the things teachers should be put there to do is to teach controversial subjects. But you see, racism has infiltrated our country so long and too long that it's actually going to destroy even the very those at the top one day. Many public schools in the BuzzFeed community commented on the post, sharing the shocking reasons why they decide to quit or were thinking about leaving, their response provides a real look into the reality that teachers are currently facing, and it's heartbreaking. Here's what people had to say. Boom. Number one. One of my new co-workers is a former teacher. After 15 years of teaching high school biology, she decided to quit and change her career because she realized that the staff at Panera were getting paid more. I I use I used to be a biology teacher too. I quit a long time ago because Republican were uh, politicians were passing laws requiring biology teachers to say that evolution isn't real. Well, evolution isn't real. What do you mean evolution? Here goes another one of the bullshitical theories that you need to get rid of. It is life. There is no such thing as an evolution. It sounds more like an evolution, you know, evolution. You know what I mean? But there's no such thing because when you're trying to say that something came from something that is not that of something, it still leaves no end to what you're talking about. The understanding that we must understand is life and what we can see. You know what I'm saying? Because none of y'all was there when this took place at all. So how do you know it even exists? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, evolution isn't real or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is isn't real. Evolution is real. We've known that for a very long time. That's according to your that's according to your ideology that you teach. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that, we're not going to get on that because you can say what you want to, but I see it a different way. I am occupational therapist at the public school district. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's un underfunding. Yes, it's low pay. Yes, it's over politicized the career. That's right. But let me tell you more teacher friends that have left the profession have left the profession had their last straw because of parents, and that's another thing that we see is becoming a big issue. You know what I'm saying? The parents are involved into where the teachers can be hurt, but at the same time, the teachers have to be careful because you're dealing with people's children, something you must respect. All children de- deserve a fair shot and the same amount of care and that you give. But you see, race is also a factor outside or inside politicians and political business. You know what I'm saying? Involving themselves in the school. Still ask the question, why is the government constantly attacking children in so many ways? I believe I'll be leaving teaching after this year. It's my sixth year teaching. I have tenure, and I was teacher of the year. I take my job very seriously because I truly believe it makes a huge impact. But I don't want a job that requires active shooter drills, and that is true. It's not funny. It's just the way it came out. But it's not funny at all. You know, they have to take active shooter drills anymore. It's not normal. And that is a fact. Now, when it comes to speaking about the Republicans and talking about evolution and all this and that, that is not a blame on the Republicans. That is a blame on science itself. You know what I'm saying? Most of the Republicans, politicians, are not scientists. And they're not doing any of that study for real. If they do, they're getting it from someone else, or someone else is telling them, or however they think of it, or however somebody came and told them. Then they're not going to share how they came up with that in any shape or form. So we know full well that we cannot follow everything that a politician say. And that goes for the demon Democrats because they have come up with so much shit, you know, you wouldn't believe. Republicans is not their half in this position. It's just a name that mentioned in this ideology of what we're talking about, or concept or injustice that we're talking about, and you implicate that as well. But I haven't heard you mention anything about the demon Democrats and what they have done. hmm So we're still looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100 here.